Hello, 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 my lovely friends. Thank you for joining me here on A Journey in Light. My name is Joy. Hello. We're doing a little bit of different camera angle, hopefully to get be able to have more cards out and get a little more in depth in the readings, because my last few kind of limited me a little bit. So today's reading, we are going over how your person is currently thinking, feeling about you, about the connection, anything else that's going on in their life. You guys know I get all kinds of weird information, so I will say whatever comes up as it pertains to the situation. Always remember, this is general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If something doesn't feel right for you or your situation, feel free to let that go. That message is just for somebody else, and respect that, and just don't hold on to it if it doesn't feel right for you. Those are good moments to use your own intuition, and if it feels not good in your gut, then that's not for you. Just let it go and it's fine. So we have 3 piles today. We have pile 1, which is this blue apatite. The color, okay, it kind of picks up. It's really this stunning blue. So it's blue apatite with the Crow Tarot. Pile 2, I have this chrysanthemum, that's hard to say, stone, which is kind of like this stone that had this chrysanthemum kind of fossilized on top of it, with the Everyday Witch Tarot. And then pile 3, we have the Carnelian, which this one is just so pretty, and the Guardian of the Night Tarot. So take a moment, take a deep breath, go with whichever pile you're drawn to the most. If you're feeling drawn to more than one pile, then you could have messages in more than one pile. Feel free to watch more than one. Sometimes you just may have one little off message in another pile, and once you hear it, you're like, ah, that was it. So never feel like you're choosing the wrong. Just go wherever you're guided to the most. And if for some reason you're being nagged to watch another pile, then do that. Or if you get into a pile and you feel like this doesn't feel right for me, then maybe jump to that other one. So take a deep breath, go with whichever pile you're drawn to the most. Also, the timestamps will be in the description box below. Sometimes people choose by that. And I will see you at your pile. Thanks, friends. Hello, my lovely friends. For pile 1, you guys picked this lovely blue apatite, put that right there, and the Crow Tarot. So today we are going over how your person is currently thinking, feeling about you. I'll be pulling tarot, oracle cards, possibly message cards, depends on how everything goes, on what I'm being drawn or guided to choose. Hope everybody is doing well. No, it's been a lot of crazy energies going on. So I've been hermit moding myself. That's why I haven't really been putting out videos like I'd like to. I would love to do videos every day. I just can't do it. I hope to get back to that though. So if you've been feeling a little like needing to cocoon yourself, there's a reason. Just do with whatever you can do that feels right for you. All right, so for pile 1, how is their person currently thinking and feeling about them, about the connection, and the insights you guys can provide? It would be greatly appreciated. Pile 1, please. The Hanged Man, Queen of Swords, we have the 8 of Pentacles, we have the 3 of Pentacles, two that fell out together. So we have a Page of Cups and a 2 of Swords that popped out together. So I'm going to take those. Pretty strong messages coming through about that. We have a 6 of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. And we have a 9 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck energy is 4 of Pentacles. Wow. You know, we could be dealing with earth sign or just someone that's very focused on work. Could be a little work orientated. Well, I'm going to put this over here. I just keep hearing foundations and I can't speak yet because I'm trying to build something and I don't know how to say what I need to say. All right. Gosh, I'm shaky. That's weird. All right, I'm going to pull some oracle cards first before I really dive into this. Ask for help from others. Remain positive. I was only going to pull 2, but this one popped out. Meditation brings answers. Okay. I think I'm going to start there and then possibly pull some more. Man, you either make this person very nervous or this person is very nervous with expressing themselves because they're always fearful of making the wrong choice, feeling like they've maybe made the wrong choice in love in the past. So this person might tend to be, I feel like, a very workaholic vibe, not in excess where that's the most important thing to them, but it's just like when they don't know how to deal with all this getting just messy, and they don't know how to deal with messy, they convert to what is tangible and what they can get their hands in, like actually working on something or busy themselves with projects. You might find someone that, you know, when you reach, they're always doing something, and maybe a little avoidant of this connection because something about their feelings for you make them feel like they don't know if they can pick the right choice because they don't trust their own ability to do that. They may ask their friends for help. I feel like whatever suggestions they've gotten from other people may have not been the best advice for your guys' connection. I feel like this connection is definitely very soulful. We have the 6 of Cups here. So the 6 of Cups for me is a soul level connection card. There's a lot of different labels for that. Go with whatever feels right for you. But just know there is a level of knowing this person knowing you, maybe not being fully aware of that, but there's just this familiarity between the two of you guys, you know, potentially past life, past life connections for sure. But a needing to, okay, they just keep giving me soul contract. So, and I hate I know I talk about that stuff a lot, but I also realize I don't really explain that kind of stuff too much. And it's just something I know, but maybe I should talk a little bit more about that. So soul contract just means that you have, before you came into this incarnation, you had this discussion with this other soul that you guys were going to learn something from each other, possibly work through some karma. Karma, I think the word gets a very bad rap. Karma strictly means balance. So when you're here working out our karma, we're just balancing out some other things that may have gone on in past lives, maybe some wrongdoings, maybe some just something that's left undone that needed to be balanced out this lifetime. So try not to think about it being too much of a bad thing, but with this connection, there's just like, okay, they're just giving me unease of this. Like, as exciting as this connection is, something about this connection gives this person this unease in the sense where they maybe are very logical, analytical. So they don't always go with their guts or their trust, their feelings. I know I really haven't dived into this. There's just so much coming in. So something about this connection with you forces this person to really readjust everything that their approach to how they've approached everything in their life. So it gives them this dis-ease, uneasiness feeling not in a bad way. It's just something they're not familiar with because it's forcing them to look at something from a different angle. So the Hanged Man can be a pause. So you guys may be in separation, or there just may be a lack of communication or clear communication. I feel like you are maybe the one that are always just like, I just want answers. Like, what is your truth? It's okay. You can be honest with me. Just tell me. And this person just either acts like they don't have a truth to tell, or they pull back. And it's something about your connection. So the Hangman can also be about looking at something from a different angle. I don't find it crazy that it was clarified by these two cards. So we have a Page of Cups and a Two of Swords. So the Page of Cups is like this someone, and the pages are a little more immature, so I'm not saying this person's immature. There could be an age difference, but I'm not really overall feeling that, but it could be different for everyone's situation. But what I'm getting is this person, in their ability to express or show or give love, feels like they don't quite know how to do that. And when it was, came out with the Two of Swords, this person is feeling very stuck on making any sort of choice. So I feel like they just don't make that choice. They've looked at it from lots of different angles. They've tried to figure it out, and I think that's what gives them this unease about it. So they may revert back to being busy working on things. It doesn't have to be physically work, like something that occupies their time, and I keep getting occupies their hands, but something that keeps them busy so they don't have to be uneasy, because your connection is forcing them to grow, right? We really grow when we're in uncomfortable situations. Like there's, that quote out there, it's like, you wouldn't have moved if I didn't make you uncomfortable, kind of thing. So that's what I feel like you are like catalyzing this person to grow. And for all of you guys, this could be, long-term situation. This could be just a short-term situation. You guys are in each other's life for a small chapter, a few pages, maybe a paragraph or two to help each other change. For other of you guys, this could be your story. I'm getting for a lot of you guys, this is like a quicker, newer relationship. But again, take that as you will. But this person is definitely more comfortable in tangible things that they can feel. So with this Queen of Swords clarified by our Six of Cups, I feel like you know what's up. You may be like, as I'm saying, like, oh, soul connection, blah, blah, blah. You're like, yeah, totally get that. So I feel like you guys have this knowing. They realize that you have this knowing. They see you as someone that's very clear. Like you seem to make choices very easily when it comes to your heart. And this person, that's so foreign to them that even though they come across, I don't think this person is like unable to show love. I think this person is a very loving person. You've gotten a very like sweet, like they have this sweet, caring, compassionate side to them. But even with that beauty that they do hold within them, they have a hard time making any choice that revolves emotions or their heart, because maybe they're just always so fearful of making the wrong choice. Like this person is like afraid of making the wrong choice instead of realizing that, good choices, bad choices, wrong choices, right choices is never really wrong. It's just part of the journey. That goes for you two watching too. Like that's something to sink in. Like go wherever your heart's drawn, even if it doesn't end up working out. It's part of your journey, and that's okay. So going to this Eight of Pentacles clarified by our Ace of Pentacles. So this person, even as they're thinking, they may want to actually offer you something new. There's something about them working. And this person also could be working on themselves so they can offer a new version of themselves. Because as we kind of move through this reading, it gets into this little more like being confused, knowing that you seem to know what's up and they respect you for that, then them kind of really working on themselves, maybe coming up with a new idea. But Ace of Pentacles is kind of like a new offering, but a new beginning. And then we move into this Three of Pentacles. Some of you guys may actually work physically with this person, but that's not the case for everyone. But it's about like working together. Pardon my pause. I'm trying to vocalize this thought. Okay. They're just showing me these cherries. So this is a cherry blossom tree, but this crow eating these cherries, and I'm trying to, they're just going back to like, I don't want to say popping the cherry because I don't mean it in like that kind of sense, but it's like breaking through and busting through and doing something new that they haven't done before. And it's clarified by our Nine of Pentacles, which sometimes can be a very independent energy, but it's also very much about wealth and abundance. And we have this butterfly here. So like, I feel like there's a transformation that this person's going through, that this connection's going through. And again, we have this newness coming in. So there may be, for a lot of you guys, a change. Like if you guys are in the separation, there may be a change in dynamics soon. It may be an actual physical gift or a gesture of a peace offering kind of thing. But there's going to be a transformation in this connection and within your guys' connection. For a lot of you guys, I feel like there's going to be a good change. It may be a change within yourself and moving away. I'm not sure. But just know when this person does pull back, it's because they're trying to find their footing. So with this Four of Pentacles, can sometimes be a greedy energy, but I feel like this person is just grasping for solid ground. Something about getting into their emotions makes them feel all up in the air, and they don't really like that. So try not to take this person's pullback at times too personal. It's because they're trying to find their footing in this, because it's a lot for them. So back to some of our oracle cards, ask for help from others. I'm getting that they have asked around to their friends. I don't know if maybe they got the best advice. Not saying that anyone was wrong, but everyone we ask for their advice, they're going to give us their advice through their perception of their own experiences. So you do have to, when you get advice from others, be mindful of how that interprets into your life and how much of that is coming off of their perspective. So always, just keep that in mind. Same with tarot readings. Like, I'm going to read things from a perspective of my own. My guides give me outside things. So when you guys do see me hesitate or pause or being unsure about a message coming through, it's because it's so far out from my experience, but I try to be unbiased and give it everything to you guys, even if I don't understand what I'm saying. But this person, I think, wants to remain positive, and they see you as this positive light. It's like you're cracking this person open. Like, we also have meditation brings answers. So this person may be trying to, it's very hermit-like. I feel like this person wants to go within and figure things out. So something about you may have like sparked this spiritual awakening in them trying to figure things out. If that's not your case, leave that. But I just feel like this person goes within a lot, looking for answers. They're constantly trying to figure it out. Either they go to friends, they try to go within themselves, but it's just like they're very much stuck in this, like, wanting to move ahead, knowing that this is special, knowing that there's something here, but still being hesitant to actually act upon that kind of thing. But, they see you as this beautiful, positive light in their life, and maybe you've suggested meditation to them. Also, this could be a message for you to start going within instead of trusting what other people say. I don't always read this card this way, but I just keep feeling like either they've gotten some wrong advice, or maybe you have taken advice from somebody else, and even though you're like, well, I guess they're right, but you didn't feel like it was right for you. I'm being told just to abandon those thoughts and do what's right for you, and really go within and see what is right for you in this situation. I'm going to pull a little more tarot cards just to get a little more clarification, and then we'll see where we go next. So what other clarification can we get for this connection, please? Pile one. Anything else? Ooh. Okay. 9 of Wands. Okay. 4 of Pentacles again. The Emperor. Okay. 8 of Wands. and a 10 of Wands. So this person may also have a lot of responsibility. They may be responsible for a family, things like that, or just a lot of things that they're holding together, and that sometimes stresses them out. So this 9 of Wands, especially popping up over this, I feel like this person does have a very guarded heart because of past pains. They've built a wall around that heart to keep them protected. So that's where the hesitation on actually expressing themselves to you comes, and that Two of Swords energy where like, it's safer not to make a choice than to fail, because I failed so much in the past, because they have this guarded heart. So 4 of Pentacles popping up over this, it's again that needing to stay grounded, even though maybe you've told them that this is, you know, a spiritual connection, there's something different about us. They resort back, even though they feel like they know that you're right. They recognize that you speak truth, but yet it makes them feel ungrounded, so they pull back to find their footing. I keep getting this like, I need my footing. I can't get lost in my head. I have to find my footing. With this Emperor coming up over 8 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, it's very much this person's trying to build their empire, wanting to feel secure, confident, and something about actually tangible things makes this person feel very secure, very confident. They also may be wanting to impress you a little bit too, like not realizing that all you want to hear is their truth. All you want to know is how they feel, but instead they're like, their version of showing it is showing you by the things that they have accomplished. 8 of Wands coming over this 3 of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles. I feel like when this change happened, you know, you guys, I was talking about this butterfly. I feel like it's going to be very quick, almost surprising for you guys when this person does make this choice. Once they can get past this 2 of Swords, this fear, I think it's going to happen quickly. But overall, this person's process is very slow, because we have, you know, a lot of, you know, we have Cups and Pentacles, a lot of them here. That tends to be slower moving energy. So just keep that in mind. But I do feel like once this person like unburdens themselves of the unease, or can see past it, then it'll be a quicker switch. I'm being guided to pull some whispers of love. For some more information for pile 1, please. More insight into this person's heart, head, anything about our viewers. Demonstrate love. Find out what's important to those you love and act on it. I'm sorry, I'm looking at all the different pictures in here. I do feel like this person, you guys have had very loving, caring moments, caressing. I'm just seeing a lot of hugging. Like there's a sweetness about your connection. And I want you to know, if that was there and then it seemed to be gone quickly, that know that that was real. Like that connection, what you felt, like it wasn't in your head. This person felt it too. I just do feel like for a lot of you guys, this person pulled back because of how unsure of their footing this made them feel. But they're really like, this demonstrating love, I feel like they want to give you something tangible. And it might not be like something like a crazy gift, but it might be something small that's meaningful to you, because this person, I think, as much as they don't always let others in, they are very insightful, they are very thoughtful, but that also shoots them in the foot, because it's almost like they talk themselves out of things, even things that are good for them, because it's that weird, like, I don't have my footing. And they're showing me like someone like having one foot in quicksand and trying desperately to stay on the ground, even though the quicksand could be this most amazing adventure. Like who knows where that portal would take them. I don't know why I'm going on this whole tangent, but this person is fearful to lose themselves in that. So they want to stay as grounded as possible. Hopefully that makes sense to a lot of you guys, because that's just this feeling overall that's coming through. What message cards do I want to pull? Yeah, I always tend to go to this Hidden Truth Oracle. I really like it. It has good and bad stuff in it, but I feel like there's good hidden truths. And I feel like a lot of people have a lot of stuff they don't say. So let's see. What does pile 1 person want to say if they could? I want to feel that way again. So yeah, I get this feeling that a lot of you guys are apart, and whatever this, there's a scenario, there's a moment, there's maybe lots of moments, but they want to feel that way again. Like something about you made them feel alive, and they want to feel that again, but it's still for some reason makes this person feel very vulnerable. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. So you're heavily on this person's mind. They think about you a lot. I get this overall sense of this missing, or I'm surprised I didn't get like a 4 of Cups, like they missed they may have missed their opportunity with you, or they think that they did. Maybe that's how you guys are feeling. I keep seeing the 4 of Cups in my head, so I'm not sure if you guys feel like they didn't take your offer of love, but also I feel like they are feeling like they missed out on that. I love you unconditionally. So this person sees you way greater than maybe you feel like they do. There's an unconditional love. I don't know if that's ever been verbalized as in like actually recognizing that I love you, but there's a sense of like, I love you for who you are as you are. So if you guys have been sitting in doubt about how this person feels, or did they really see me, because you felt like at one time they did see you, they saw you and they respected everything you were. They're just unsure of themselves and how they fit into your world. You and I were too young. So for some of you guys, that could be that feeling. Also, I'm feeling like this person doesn't feel like they're at your maturity level. So compared to you, they felt too young. Or for some of you guys, you could just be too young. But I'm getting this person just doesn't feel at your level. Okay, let's do. And I know I messed everything up. Yeah, this person, again, feels that very like missed opportunity vibe that's coming through. I need a sip of water, apologize. It's like I didn't speak up when I needed to. And I feel like you guys may have given this person an opportunity to speak their truth, and they wanted to, but they were afraid, so they didn't. Because I'm like getting super, super like hoarse in my voice. Not hoarse, but dry in my throat out of nowhere. So it's like they couldn't, something about speaking their truth made them very fearful. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I'm supposed to pull, guys, for you guys. I know a lot of people ask me about my process at times. My guides just make me think about a deck. And this is the deck, but I kind of was avoiding it, but they don't let me move past that. So let's see what other last message for pile 1. Okay, these two popped out. It says faith and home and family. So I feel like this is for you guys. Like they're just saying have faith, but focus on your internal home. I'm not even going to read these cards the whole message, because that's not what they're giving me. It's like you didn't do anything wrong is what my guides are saying. Like if I feel like, I don't know if there's just one person watching and they keep repeating, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do wrong? You didn't do anything wrong. Have faith that everything works out how it's supposed to. Give that trust over to the universe. And for some of you guys, just find the peace and happiness back within your own home. And I don't feel like this is a physical home. I feel like this is a home within your soul, and finding your soul family. That message is maybe just for one person. I'm getting a ringing in my ear. So it might just be for one person that needed to hear that. But overall, you know, this person definitely just, it's like they have FOMO. But not in that way. Like they fear that they did miss out. Like they recognize that they messed up. So all right, pile 1, I think that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully this helped. Hopefully this gave you some insight into what's going on with this person. There's definitely love here, though. You know, this person just doesn't quite know how to deal with that. They may have put on a front that they were more together than they were. And maybe, you know, maybe they are together. They just don't feel together. And this connection makes them feel that quicksand. Like you were this beautiful adventure that they're just not sure they're ready to go on because it makes them feel like they're losing their footing. So guys, as always, thank you for being here with me. I'm always truly honored, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Bye guys. Hello, my lovely friends for pile 2. You guys picked the chrysanthemum, that's a hard word to say, stone. So it's kind of like this fossil of this flower that's been imprinted on this stone or just laid across. It's really cool. It's really pretty. So this one out the way. All right, we're using the Everyday Witch Tarot for your guys' reading, and we are going over how your person is currently thinking and feeling about you. I'll be pulling tarot and oracle cards, possibly message cards. Kind of just depends on how the reading goes and where my guides get me to go at this time. Using a little bit different card angle or video angle because I felt like my last one, even though you guys could see the cards very well, I couldn't put out as many as I wanted, and I felt like it started to impede my readings, or I couldn't get as in depth with messages because I was worried about staying in frame. So I'm trying this out, and I'm not able to shuffle these cards very well. Okay, so oh my gosh, my ear is itching so bad all of a sudden. It might be pertinent to somebody, I don't know. Every time I say weird things, one of you guys is like, oh my gosh, that means this to me. So I just say weird things. Now my nose is itching. Maybe I'm just itchy. All right, so 4 Pentacles. That came out big time in the last reading. Okay. And we had a flipper, so I'll take that, the Devil. Okay, how is this person currently feeling and thinking about them, about the connection for pile 2, please? 4 of Cups. King of Cups, 2 of Swords, Chariot. There's some similar cards here from pile 1 as well. So 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. Overall energy is Temperance. It's different from pile 1, but there's some similar stuff. So if you're feeling guided to go that way, then maybe watch that one too. I don't know. Let's see. Let's keep going. All right. And I have to say, the song, a Fleetwood Mac song, You Can Go Your Own Way, popped in really heavy and loud for me. So I just have to share that. I don't want to sing it, but I think the song's called Go Your Own Way. It's like, you can go your own way. Anyway, I'm not going to sing it. Hopefully you guys know what that is or can look it up. But that song is like I mean, loud as day in my head where I almost can't focus. So I had to say it. Okay, so I'm going to get you guys some oracle cards and more insight to this opportunity. It's up to you. The situation will improve. Yeah, because I'm feeling a lot of loss in this connection thus far. Either you feel like left out or this person feels left out. I'm going to pull a couple more. I'm trying to get a clear message to what they're trying to give me. There's love here, though. There was love, definitely. I definitely also am getting very much a separate, you guys are not in communication, not together. So if that's not your situation, just keep that in mind, that a lot of this reading is going to be that way, but you could still, if you were drawn to this pile, you might have a message within here. With temperance being the overall energy, like, temperance is a lot about blending two things together, but it's also about patience. It's about divine intervention, divine timing. Timing might not have been right. I keep getting someone made a choice. Otherwise, someone left, either that's you or them, but not knowing if it was the right choice to make, but they made it anyways because they had to make a choice, or their lack of being able to make a choice forced you to make a choice. Trying to make sense of all this energy coming through. Victory. 3 6 of Wands card. Too many. Can we get a couple more insight, guys, so I can understand what I'm supposed to be saying? 2 that just popped out. So we have 3. I'm just going to take all 3 of them. We have the door to spirit. We have journey and adjacent possibilities. All right, for some of you guys, you might all right, this might be just for one person. You guys know I say it. If it's for you, if it hits a note with you, cool. Someone meeting this person is actually going to lead you to somebody else. You might have felt like this failed relationship was just a total failure, but you met this person because something about this person or this connection is either going to help you meet somebody else or force you into a different direction that leads you to this person you're supposed to be with. So I'll throw that out there, but let's discuss this connection. Definitely get a lot of learning came through, but I feel like as I'm reading this, I feel like this is a reading for the viewer, not about necessarily for how this person thinks and feels. I'm getting more of like the purpose of this connection messages coming through. So that's the route I'm going to go, guys. This is going to be more about like why you potentially met this person versus more than how they feel. So if that's not what you're looking for, feel free to drop off. I apologize. I just have to give the messages as they come through. So for this connection, it's a lot about you really realizing maybe your own shadows, your own shadow work, what you really want to do in your future, how that really looks, maybe dealing with abandonment wounds of someone not choosing you. If this person didn't choose you, it's because it was supposed to bring up those painful things, bring up those childhood wounds, bring up all those times you didn't get picked, and for once to help you really realize what that means and what wounds are there to help really start healing those from within. But it's totally up to you. You have this opportunity, this beautiful opportunity to learn so much from this connection, to grow so much from this connection. And I'm not saying this person like won't come back into your life, but at this time, this is about your growth. This is about you. This isn't even about this person at this time. This could be, you guys could be mirroring each other, but this is a golden opportunity. They're like saying like, this is a wake-up call to really see all your possibilities that can come from this connection. And it's also about like you really getting tapped and tuned into yourself, maybe opening up to your spiritual self. You're going on this inner journey and it's so freaking beautiful. You guys just have to decide. So I feel like some of you guys have already decided. Again, it's that you can go your own way. It's also this feeling of like, okay, timing wasn't right for us. So we have to separate to learn these things to come back around, because I am getting this full circle for some of you guys. This is not the end of this connection. It's just the end for right now, because there's so much growth that needs to happen. And I feel like a lot of you guys are like, haven't I learned enough? Haven't I grown enough? Like how many more lessons? Sorry guys, it never ends. And the lessons that circle back around, you're just learning more about yourself, about your place, your thought process. And every single time you come back around to things, you're starting to see things from a little bit more experience, a little different angle, different perspective that you didn't have before, because these experiences along your way have shaped you to being this better, bigger person. And yeah, like this is totally like, if you can see it, this isn't such a beautiful opportunity. This shit show that happened, guys, sorry for cussing. If this doesn't feel right for you, again, jump off. Like, I don't need you guys to like yell at me saying that's not your thing. If it's not yours, cool, fine. It wasn't your reading. Maybe pick a different pile. But for those of you guys that are still sticking around, thank you, because this is your golden opportunity to grow. Things are going to get so much better. It might get a little worse. It depends on where you are in this. If this is feeling like resonating heavy for where you're sitting right now, depends on where you are in it. It may get a little worse before it gets better, but it's going to get better. Like, it's going to, like, epiphanies, aha moments, like beautiful, amazing, they're giving me so much stuff, like so much excitement. And it's so weird to say that because I can see the pain. I feel the pain. I know the pain. Been in this pain. I'm speaking from experience right now. Like, but they are like so excited for everything that's going to come from this. But it's hard to say that because I'm like, dude, they're sitting in the shit, you know? But it's like you are so close to coming out the other side, and it's all going to make sense. It's all going to, you're going to understand. It's going to lead you to the most beautiful places you could ever dream of. And it all had to happen the way that it did. So if you're what-ifing yourself, if I should have done this, if I could have done this, just know this needed to happen because it's a stepping stone for this beautiful unfolding, this beautiful opportunity that's coming your way. But I definitely feel like this person either didn't pick you, or, you know, you felt like there was so much connection here, but you maybe even as you step away from it, realize there may have been some toxicity. Getting like a chance to evaluate your attachment style. I know that's kind of been a buzzword lately. People looking at like their relationship attachment styles. A lot of you guys watching may have that anxious attachment. Not judging, because I do, but there's avoidant, there's different things, and looking at attachment styles and maybe realizing that you may have been in this like circle with this person with avoidant. Maybe you're avoidant, they were anxious, you were anxious, they were avoidant, but this kind of this circle that's gone around and wasn't necessarily the healthiest thing, even though this connection felt so pure, so beautiful, so lovely. It was to help you open up, to crack open, to see, to really get downloaded with some amazing things, but you have to allow it to happen, and it's completely up to you. They keep bringing me back to this card. They're like, it's up to you. Are you going to take this opportunity, or are you going to try to keep making this work when that's not the point at this time? So I don't want you guys to think that this is a complete failure, or this is that meant nothing, or it's not going to cycle back around. It's going to look different for all of you guys, but there was so much purpose, growth, beauty in what happened. You just have to choose to see it. And I'm getting like, it's not over, but it's time to go your own way. Maybe listen to that song by Fleetwood Mac, because it just keeps playing in my head over and over again. I wish I could sing, but I don't want to scare you guys. I definitely do not have a singing voice. Music also might just be relevant to you guys, or Fleetwood Mac in general. But this was divinely guided. This connection, this rejection, was meant to put you on the path that you need to go at this time. I definitely feel like a lot of you guys were rejected. Maybe you rejected this person, so this person's going through all this stuff, but whatever. I feel like this is for the viewer. But you guys are about to embark, or you're in the middle of this journey, and maybe it just feels like, again, you're sitting in the crap. But it all has its purpose, and just keep going, that the situation is going to improve, but it is up to you to see the opportunity of what this is. If you've been triggered, look at, okay, well, where's that trigger coming from? You can use a trigger to help transform your life. Your trigger is showing you where there is a deep down wound, a pain, something that you haven't dealt with, and really work on that. So, you know, I'm getting a lot of shadow work, possibly looking to getting a shadow work journal. Start asking yourself these questions that we tend to overlook. So being a ambassador of love and light, you know, for a long time, I was just always like, oh, well, if I was thinking a bad thought, I would switch to, oh, I have to be positive all the time. I don't want to think about that because I'm a positive person, so I'm just going to let that go and just focus on the positive. Well, in doing so, I shot myself in the foot. I wasn't dealing with those hard truths, those pains. I mean, I dealt with them to a certain point, but then I kind of thought I let them go, but instead of going, they kind of just kept going down within. So shadow work is a lot about sitting with those emotions, sitting with those pains, and really asking yourself, what is this trying to teach me? What is this trying to tell me? What is, and it's not what is it trying to teach me, it's what is your own inner self trying to teach you, because you wouldn't be triggered if you didn't have those pains within. So, you know, it's a lot of it's childhood stuff. Unfortunately, we all had a childhood. Not everybody's was perfect. And, you know, and people, I don't think intentionally do harmful things to other people, but we get hurt along the way. We just do. It is what it is. Let that part of it go on why it shouldn't have happened this way, blah, blah, blah. It happened. What can you learn from it now? Grow from it, go forward. But I definitely feel like if you can see it, it's divinely guided. So I kind of want to show you guys this card. Oh, and right underneath that's a 3 of Swords. So yeah, this pain. Through this pain will come your transformation. But so temperance for me is a lot about like divine intervention, our angels stepping in, trying to work their magic, even though we're like, why did this just happen? But it's funny because I don't know if you can see this, but she's, you know, doing yoga and she's standing there, but she's got one eye open. It's almost like the guides are like, how are they going to react to this? Like it's like your angels and your guides are looking at you going, what are they going to do with this information? Are they going to grow? Or are they going to backpedal and go through this same cycle again? Because it really is up to you. And it can be such this beautiful journey, this victorious journey, this doorway to spirit. Also, I'm hearing the doorway within. And you will have so many adjacent possibilities. Like that thing I talked about at the very beginning. This person could be your person. It could cycle back around. Or this could just be like they were a doorway to get you to this other door. Like this connection with them is going to lead you to exactly where you were supposed to be. Even though it hurt, even though it was painful, but unfortunately pain is the greatest teacher. You know, like anyone who has children, you know, we tell them not to do something, they continue to do it. You're like, don't do that, you're going to get hurt. Or anyone who's been alive has heard this as a child. Your parents were like, well, don't do that, you're going to hurt yourself. Don't do that, you're going to hurt yourself. And you just keep doing it, and then bam, you hurt yourself. And then what do you stop doing? You stop doing that because it hurt. So, unfortunately, as humans, like pain is the greatest teacher. So again, if you can detach yourself a little bit, I mean, I want you to feel the pain. I want you to acknowledge that. I want you to see where it's coming from. But also, like, don't let it overtake everything about you. Don't absorb it too much. Just observe it. But always ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? What can I grow from? What can I do differently the next time? Or what is this trying to show me about a truth about myself? You know, they may be hard truths. Maybe you're like, well, I don't have codependency issues. If you were ever at a point where someone wasn't texting you back and your mind instantly went bad, even though you didn't need that person, but you just go down this spiral anxiousness of, well, when are they going to text me? They don't like me anymore, blah, 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 blah. Those are toxic traits that we have within us. Even though we don't feel like we're codependent, those are still those tendencies. So just keep that in mind. And don't be too hard on yourself. You don't need to tell everybody about it. You know, just really look at yourself and be like, what is this trying to teach me? Because it really, there's so much beauty in this for you guys, if you guys can just choose to see it that way. Trying to see if I'm gonna pull anything else for you guys. I don't think I am. I think that they've harped enough. I will pull some of these conversations with my soul cards just to see if we can get any more guidance. Again, if you're sitting through this, thank you. I know you're wanting to know about somebody else, but sometimes, you know, people are just a mirror for us to see things about ourselves. So, all right, so for pile 2, what guidance, what insight, anything else that we can leave with them after this readings of the truth. Okay. So we have believe in magic. Do you believe in magic? Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. So, you know, I'm getting this whole like, just open up your eyes to the possibilities. Even though you've been through the crap, I've been through the storm, don't lose your childlike wonder for the beauty that life is. Listen to the nudges. Your soul is guiding you all of the time. If you need to know something, it will try to show you what it is. Listen to the nudges. So those nudges could be those internal like pains, those, depending on where you're at in your situation, you know, listen to those nudges, listen to those pulls. Maybe something about this isn't supposed to lead you to your next relationship, but it's supposed to guide you to your next path, spark like something in you that maybe it's been dormant, maybe, you know, a career change, maybe something like that. It doesn't always have to be about love, guys. So this is just about you. This is about your soul growth. It just, you have to take the opportunity. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition is your inner guide. It will guide you to where you need to go and gently suggest what you need to do. If you feel like you're so out of touch with that, I do always suggest meditation, Reiki, getting Reiki done by somebody else just to kind of help clear those blockages, things like that. But really just tap in, tune in, and just, even if you're just sitting in silence, even if you're, you know, meditation can come in different forms. Sometimes I get my best inspirations when I'm washing dishes. Water for me is very important, but something about doing dishes, because you're almost like in a meditative state because you're just going through it. I get a lot of epiphanies that way, a lot of insight. Doing dishes, it's mundane of a chore, but doing something mundane, it's like you almost like, say you're vacuuming, but you're somewhere lost in thought. And, you know, if you can try to not be too intentional about your thinking, just kind of let your mind wander, see where it can go, see what it has to tell you. You know, if you can't just sit there in silence or sit there in a guided meditation, if something about that doesn't feel right for you, do something that's kind of repetitive and go with the intention to go, I'm just going to open my mind to whatever my soul needs to tell me, and do that thing that's repetitive, that doesn't need your constant attention. You can just do it without thinking and see where your mind takes you. And again, ask your soul intentionally to tell you what you need to know, and then trust that whatever you get is an answer from your soul. All right, I'm going to pull one more of these, and then I'm going to end this. All right, let go of expectations. This is huge. This is something I'm working on all the time. It says, believe that everything is happening in your highest good. Don't expect anything. Let it happen as it should. I think that's good for this situation. That's a good way to close this reading off. I don't think this went as you guys expected it to go, but it all went how it was supposed to. So my friends in pile 2, if you resonate with this, I'm living your truth at the moment as well. So this was a message for me. I will probably go back and watch this because I do not remember my readings, but I think this was a message for me too. So feel free to go, hey Joy, you said you wanted to watch pile 2. This is a nudge to watch it if you haven't. Feel free to comment that, because I do forget my readings. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that to you guys. I know I mention it sometimes, that once I'm done with this, I forget it, which is kind of crazy. I feel like I have dementia half the time, but it is what it is. So if you guys want to, if it meant a lot to you, go, hey Joy, you said you wanted to rewatch pile 2. This is your nudge to do so. I'll appreciate that. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you in a future reading. You're sitting there. Sorry, I'm trying to get everything fixed up. If you're sitting there, I'm gonna light some Palo Santo. I don't want that last beautiful reading to kind of stick around, because I feel like I have more messages and I don't want to get stuck on that. So if you're sitting here, are you going to smoke up? clear this out. Thank you for the messages, guys. Hopefully those who are meant to hear that, including myself, will get that. Let's clear this out and have a fun, insightful pile. Hello, my lovely friends, for pile 3. You guys picked the carnelian. I hope I say that right, but it's such a beautiful stone. If you're ever feeling like you need more energy, things like that, go with like a red stone or something like red. They tend to give more energy. So if you're feeling down, or if you have to stay up or work on something, if you have a small piece of like red jasper, carnelian, I'm trying to think what else I have. Sometimes I'll just, if I'm feeling like I need to do something I don't have the energy for, I stick it in my bra and I go about my day. And sometimes I'm surprised that, you know, I get a lot of stuff done and I will have forgotten that I put that stone, like say in my bra or my pocket, until I'm changing and it falls out and I'm like, oh my gosh, it did work. So as much as I believe in all of them, I'm still at the same time shocked at times. So, okay. So you guys picked the red carnelian. Sorry, pile 3. We are going over how is your person currently thinking and feeling about you, about the connection, anything that wants to come up. I just had a pile that pile 2 ended up being for the viewer, not necessarily about the connection. So I'm hoping my guides stay on point with this pile, and we'll see what this person thinks about you and their feelings. But they hijacked pile 2. So if you feel like your soul needs to hear some truths about a connection and you were slightly drawn to pile 2, I suggest watching it. I may need to rewatch it so I remember what was said, because I think it was for me as well. All right, so pile 3. We're focusing on pile 3. How is a person currently thinking and feeling about them and the connection? All right. Let's see, pile 3. How's a person thinking and feeling about them? Queen of Cups. King of Pentacles. These cards are so beautiful. These are the Guardian of the Nights by MJ Coolanan. I'll show you guys I feel like someone wants to get these decks. So I want to say I bought this independently, but sorry for stopping. But these are the Guardian of the Night tarot cards, and they're just stunning. I mean, amazingly beautiful cards. So, all right. Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles, the Star, King of Swords. Wow, we have lots of kings and queens. Queen of Pentacles. Holy shnikes, guys. King of Cups. I can't make this stuff up. The High Priestess under the Star. And the Queen of... Okay. You guys can see I have the chills right now. I don't even know what's happening. All right. We have so many counterparts. I mean, we have Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Swords. I think you've met your match with this person. This is feeling very, very... Yeah, this person is at your level. They see you at their level. Like, you guys are just fitting together nicely. And since we're going over how this person thinks and feels about you, I'm hearing you're the complete package. You know, not only are you like nurturing, abundant, serious, you're caring, loving, honest, and super honest with the swords over here. Again, you guys are just, this feels like such a hopeful, beautiful, in tune, especially with the Star here for hope. And then our High Priestess here is this intuition. So I'm just feeling like this is connection of, this is a wow connection. This is really, really nice to see. Because my last reading was so weird. So this is beautiful. Wow. Okay, let me pull some more. Let's see, what else do you guys got for me? Because as beautiful as this is, it's not super broad for me, so I'm going to try to get some more information before I dive into this. What else for pile 3? Oh, wow. You feel this person, and they feel you from within. They feel you in their heart. They feel you in their mind. They feel you in their body. It's like heart, mind, soul kind of connection going on here. We only didn't have any of the wands, so this may be a little slower of a connection, or it may need to go slow because this is so everything. Perfect timing. As I say, go slow. It's all happening in perfect timing. We do have this hourglass here, so it tends to move a little slower. So just keep in mind, I feel like if you've been like, where is this going? Like if you came in looking at this connection going, well, where is this going? I'm just hearing, just take a deep breath, my friends. This isn't too good to be true. Just allow it to unfold as it's supposed to. You're ready? Wow. Okay. All right. I'm a little dumbfounded. Does that make sense? I don't think I've ever had this kind of lineup of cards before. But I also don't feel like I'm getting too much information. I am getting one thing though that's kind of coming through, and I'm hearing like, if you rush it, you may spook them. As much hope and connection and almost like wish fulfillment on here. They're like drawing me into the fact that this is a deer. And as we know, deers can spook easy. So I'm hearing, do not rush this. Good things take time. Just go with the flow. Like it's all happening in perfect timing. You are ready for this. They are ready for this. But with that, I'm just almost like, not that you need to be fearful, but just enjoy every single moment. I do feel like a lot of you guys are in connection with this person. I don't feel like this is a separation pile. I feel like this is like a connection, or it's about to, if you guys have been separate from this person, that should be changing, because this feels like a very, very much connected. Again, if that's not your situation, then maybe there's just some truths you need to understand, or some confirmations for yourself that yes, this is like a divine counterpart, soulmate kind of connection, very intuitive. You are on point. You are, this person is very much your wish fulfilled, and you are for them. Timing is a big factor here. So it's all going to happen in perfect timing, but I am getting this very like slow, gingerly pace. So if for some reason you guys are apart and you feel like you have this inner knowing that you guys will be back together, just know it'll all happen as it's supposed to. But I feel like this is just, if you guys aren't together, this is crazy for me, but then it's just around the corner, because there's a sense of like maturity, especially with, we just have kings and queens out here and our high priestess that's just all knowing. Then it's just around the corner. I almost don't know how to take that. It's so good. Not that, it's not good, or it's bad to be good. But maybe you've said to yourself, maybe this connection is too good to be true. Or maybe you start looking for the, like, I'm hearing self-sabotage. I'm being like guided to say, don't self-sabotage yourself because this is too good. And maybe that's also, you may have felt like they've self-sabotaged a little bit because something about this is so beautiful. But again, I'm just hearing, just be patient. Don't let your mind tell yourself negative stories. Like if there is any pauses in your guys' communication, is like, you're like, this feels so right, but maybe they seem a little distant. They just may be a slower person. They may like slowly come to you. But don't take that as a lack of them seeing your worth or knowing how valuable you are, because they see you as this perfect match for them. All right, I'm going to get some more tarot cards, because again, we're very much in equal energy here. Not that I'm looking for a misstep, I'm just looking for more information. So what else can you guys give me about this beautiful connection? Any more insight into what's going on here that I may be missing just because I'm in awe of these cards? We have the Hierophant in reverse. We have the Sun. This person might not be as traditional. So this person may not be into marriage, or may have been through a bad marriage or is coming out of a marriage. I don't know, marriage is popping up, so that may be relevant to some of you guys. Maybe if one of you guys, might be an off thing, but if one of you guys happens to be in a committed relationship or marriage relationship and you've met this other person that just seems like a perfect match, just know that it's all going to happen in perfect timing. But those things need to be resolved first. It's not a have your cake and eat it too moment. It's respecting the connection as it is, but you need to clear up your loose ends. We have the Hermit reverse. So yeah, I don't feel like this may have been stagnant in the past, but it's coming out of it. And there's, coming out of a healing mode. Like the Hermit is such beautiful energy, as in like it's a healing, like going within, but to heal yourself, to really learn about yourself, to really be where you need to be. And it's like when it's in reverse and it's reversed out over, this knowing, it's because they now know and they need to come out of that and they want to come towards you. Again, it's still feeling very slow. And we have the Moon in reverse. So there may be one little thing about not completely. Oh, okay. Never mind. I was going somewhere and they just stopped me. All right. So it's about someone getting past their fears that have been in their mind. And if you guys are in separation, I feel like that's going to be changing soon. Because this person has worked through their fears, worked through the things that were holding them back. It's been a lot of thought process has gone to this, and this person has matured in the absence. And this is just for you guys that do have an absence. The person has grown in this absence, or is growing in this absence, because tarot is a current snapshot of energies. I always say it's like a couple months within this time frame, so keep that in mind. It's, if you guys have been separated, they see, like, they realize how happy you made them. They see that you were like the warm sun on their cold face. It's like you lit them up from the inside out. You reactivated these feelings that may have been dormant in this person. Like they may have tried to hide or be cool, calm, and collected, and something about you and this connection really made them feel alive again. You made them feel like the best version of themselves, and you gave them so much happiness that they are missing that at this time. But it's all, timing is going to look different for everyone watching this pile. Some of you guys, it's right there, like that last sand is popping out and bam, it's time to go. Maybe you're already in this and you're just checking on, like, are they going to ask me to marry them tomorrow? If for some reason I feel like one person was watching this to be like, is he going to ask me to marry him? The answer is kind of like no, because they might not view marriage as that important, but don't take that as that person not liking you. So if that was your question coming into that, I'm just saying that. Everybody else ignore that. That's a message probably just for one person. But don't take, like, their lack of wanting to, like, this person takes commitment very seriously. They just may not be traditional, and that's fine. You just might have to reevaluate or have an open, honest conversation about it. Because you guys are intellectual matches. You guys, there's just so much beautiful, just equal give and take here. I keep getting drawn back to this Hierophant, like I'm missing something. Okay, this might be a slight, just food for thought. Because this person is your equal match, never talk down to this person. Don't act like just because you feel like you know more about a subject. Be mindful of how you're speaking to it, because if they see you as their equal, they might feel like you're coming across as a know-it-all. Like they don't need you to teach them. You guys are learning together. There's no need for like the student-teacher kind of vibe, which the Hierophant can kind of be at a time. I'm just hearing like do it together. There's no need to preach or show, or just learn together. Like you need to accept that you guys are on the same level, even if your ages are different or something. There's like a stature difference. Be mindful on how you communicate certain ideas, because this person may take that as you coming across as a know-it-all for some reason. Not that that's a bad thing, and not that you weren't coming across in that intention, but I'm just being told like you guys are just even if they're, I don't know, I'm getting the age thing, but even if that's different, just treat this person as your equal, and things are going to blossom so much more if you see them, even if you don't feel like they're on your, like, say, spiritual level, knowledge level, something level, some level being off. It could be financial. There's a juxtaposition and a leveling of some sort. And I don't think that you as a viewer, and maybe this could be vice versa, maybe you feel like they talk down to you. It's not intentional, but be mindful of how you communicate certain things, because you guys are very much equal, regardless of this difference. And so just treat them as your equal. See them as your counterpart and as your equal. And if you feel like that and the vice versa, like they've treated you that way, maybe think of a non-confrontational way to bring that up. Go, I really appreciate when you tell me this stuff, but I want you to know that I'm there with you, and so I want to do this with you, or it makes me feel uncomfortable if you talk down to me or something like that. The weirdest messages come through, but I always got to say them. So let's do some whispers of love, and then I'm going to pull some message cards, because this is a very beautiful connection. So I do want to get some of the more lovey message cards, just because I'm feeling that. All right, let's see. What do you guys have for this deck for pile 3, please? And my stomach is growling. If you guys can hear that, I apologize. I haven't eaten yet today. All right. I get so excited. I just forget to eat sometimes. All right. Embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. So that might be also a turn in this connection, is both of you guys embracing your emotions. And maybe that's also you as the viewer, learning to, you know, really embrace your emotions, good and bad, and allowing them to be communicated. Like if you've held back from explaining your views, oh my gosh, my stomach is being crazy. I hope you guys cannot hear that. It's having a symphony. But all right. What message are they trying to give me about this? I apologize. I'm hearing open and honest with your feelings. That it's okay. This person feels very much the same way you do, even if you haven't expressed it. So allow for those opportunities to open the door to discuss emotions. Be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. So if there is like a rift in this connection, I'm hearing just be supportive. Maybe put your foot out there a little bit and letting them know that you still care. I know that's scary, but I'm feeling like we got to work past these fears, work past the illusions of that maybe held some situations back. There's too many cards that fell out there. Okay, one more from this deck, guys, and then we'll move on to message cards, or wherever you guys want me to go. And half the time I'm talking to you guys as viewers, half the time I'm talking to my guides. So sorry if that's confusing. Ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. Yeah, I think like this person wants to be your helper too. Maybe you've been like the one that's helped them so much and given them so much information, but this person has this need to want to help you back. So, and it's feeling like very divine masculine, divine feminine. Like if you've been in more in your, I mean, we all have those polarities within us. So just take this as it works for you. But I'm being told to be more receptive to help from this person, regardless of how that help looks like. Maybe they want to share some insight with you. Maybe you've been so insightful to this person. You've opened their mind. You've done all these things and they feel like they haven't been able to give back, but that they know stuff, but there's like this weird, like because of this, again, this difference, whatever that is, they feel like you don't acknowledge the fact that they know just as much and maybe more about something else. So just be open to them wanting to give you help. So regardless of who you relate to watching this video, if you relate to being divine feminine or masculine, whatever, you're a guy, girl, I'm hearing be more, when it comes to this person, try to be more divine feminine. And the way I mean that is more receptive. Divine feminine energy is a receptive energy. So be receptive to what they want to do, because they want to step into this, like, I want to help you now. I want to show you. I want to impress you with what I know and what I feel and all these things, because this person has this abundance of wealth within them. I just don't know if they've shared it as much as you have. So I'm being told just give them the opportunity to do so. All right, let's get some message cards. Let's see what else does this person have to say, want to say in their heart about you. I want to create with you. You guys are definitely like this equal, just, you're meant to do big things with this person. This is a beautiful connection. But I'm hearing if you can stand out, get out, both of you guys, if you can get out of your own way, you can move forward. All right, these three fill out. So 1,000 lifetimes with you would never be enough. So, you know, we're probably dealing with past life connection here. You're my favorite work of art. We have this create and art kind of coming through. So there could be some creative endeavors, music, actual art. I'm seeing painting, things like that. Something to actually physically make something with you. You will be in my heart until death and beyond. You are always safe with me. I've never cared so deeply for someone before. You're the only person in the world who really scares me. Yeah, you really like open this person up, and it may be a little scary at times. I don't think they're actually physically scared of you. It's just like, wow, you know. Our connection is so beautiful, but it's also painful and confusing as hell. So for those of you guys in separation, there may be this like it was so great, but why aren't we together? I'm confused by what happened kind of thing. Where do we go from here? I find you in music. All right, guys, there's that musical connection. Definitely creative connection here. Either you guys may have shared music. This person could be a musician, vice versa. Music is definitely a big draw. You hear songs on the radio, or you're in a store or whatever. I know I've talked about that in another reading before, where you're walking along and some random song comes on that has no business playing where you're at, and it's like a message from that person to you, and know that that's real. Like, that crap is real, guys. I know sometimes we're like, oh, haha, but no. The universe is brilliant. Stuff doesn't just happen like that. So take that as a beautiful nod when those moments happen. So we meet again, my dear friend, through space and across time. Yeah, this is definitely feeling like a very much divinely guided connection. And I mean, sorry, like a soulmate connection, soul, whatever label. It's a soul level connection. I'll use that blanket statement. Feel free to use your label as needed. I have tried to tell you the truth many times. I just can't for some reason. So there is a part of this person holding back this truth and maybe feeling like they just can't, or they can't get it out. So when you guys are having, this popped up in my head too, when you guys are having these in-depth conversations, I feel like you as a viewer are such a beautiful sharer that you tell all the stuff, but I'm being told to learn to pause to allow them to speak. Don't speak for them, because you're missing so much that they want to tell you. So I don't know if you can think back to an instance where you guys were sharing a beautiful moment, and maybe you, not on purpose, you were just excited and expressing yourself, but you almost like didn't allow them to come through, or you were scared of what they were saying, so you kind of shut it down. But I'm hearing like, allow a pause, because this person doesn't speak as quickly and it's harder for them to tell their truths, but give them the opportunity to do so. But I feel like that's a one-on-one thing, not necessarily text or whatever, but when in person with this person. You're the song of my heart. All right, music, music, music. I love that. I'm such a music person. So again, that scenario where you're in this place, in car or something, even this channel, you're like, why did this song come on? It was a message. Just know that it was. Let's get a couple more from this deck and then I'll end it. What I would give to run my fingers through your hair. So yeah, this person, that's something that they think about doing. Maybe there's a beautiful moment that you guys shared like that, where you guys were just talking and they were running their hands through your hair. You were so precious to me. So just know that you mean the world to this person. Don't downplay like they're like, if you're watching this and you're like, there's no way, like this person saw me that way, they did see you this way. This person may not just be as open to talk about it, but you guys are this beautiful even match. I worship your perfection. Your face haunts me day and night. All right, I'm gonna pull two more and see what else. Okay, let me shake it up. All right, what else does pile 3 need to hear from the person? What does the person want to say before we end this? I miss your sunshine in my life so much. So this person sees you as this like ray of sunshine, this beauty. They may have referred to you as a sunshine, like the sun before. I did talk about that. Yeah, the sun came in, or you feel like the warm sun on their cold face. You are healing my soul, but it's a work in progress. Yeah, it's for some of you guys, there's this divine timing at play that it's just, there's a pause in that, and that's okay. What else? Do we have a flipper? Nope. Okay, I'm going to pull one more. One last thing. One last thing for pile 3, please. One last thing. All right. I know you are my other half. So this person recognizes that you guys have this spiritual connection, whatever that label may be, and it's very beautiful. So pile 3, what a beautiful stinking reading. Loved it, loved it, loved it. So thank you guys. As always, I appreciate you guys being here, sitting with me, spending your time. It's truly an honor, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Bye.